YouTube, man. What's going on? What's going on, baby? Hey, I got a good video for you right now, man. I'm using the AirPods, so hopefully you guys can hear me. But I want to talk about the last 2 days. So I saw this on David Never Sleeps. Big shout out to David Never Sleeps for being an entrepreneur is dope. My wife ordered this for me because I love watching this guy. But actually, let me go ahead and talk about it for a little bit. Let me go ahead and swipe over to this. All right, so I want to go ahead and interrupt real quick to talk about this shirt, man. So it's being an entrepreneur is dope. All right, so it's with David Never Sleeps. I actually watch him on YouTube. Very, very influential individual. I love his work and I love what he's talking about and the guests that he has on there. So I want to give a good shout out to them. Being an entrepreneur is dope. So this is some of the gear that they have, all right? So they have these cool little wristbands that match the shirt. So anytime you're trying to style out, you got all of that. They got a sticker if you want to throw it onto your window. Being an entrepreneur is dope, because it is. Then they have these cool little pins. So this one actually has these stylus on it. But this is real serious pins, man. And then this one is a cool lightweight one. You can just throw it in wherever. And this is being an entrepreneur is dope as well. So another thing that he does for you is if you buy any of the gear on entrepreneurshipisdope.com, entrepreneurshipisdope.com, and I'll have it down in the bottom for you, okay, after this video. But if you buy any of his gear, just like I've done right here, my wife actually got it as a birthday gift because she knows I love watching this show on YouTube. Again, great information on there. So if you're into being dope, if you're into entrepreneurship, supporting individuals, definitely get on there. But on here it says follow on IG on Entrepreneurship is Dope. Already follow. Post a pic wearing the shirt, which you best believe I will. Tag us at Entrepreneurship is Dope. Best believe I will. And you'll actually get a shout out. So what they say is we will repost and shout out you and your business. So trust and believe, baby. I'm a realtor and I'm trying to get some love from you. David Never Sleeps. Come on now. All right, and I'm back. So definitely go over there and get some of his merch. I love it. Comes with cool stuff. But on his YouTube show, man, he interviews a lot of people, and I'll go ahead and for sure definitely put his link down below. But on the show where he's interviewing, he interviewed somebody that was talking about the last 2 days, and I thought it was really important and very, very good because the last 2 days means a whole lot when it comes to training, when it comes to understanding, when it comes to actually putting this stuff into play. So many of us go and do training and do different things like that, and we never actually bounce on the opportunity to use that ourselves, or we never really fully listen in order to make it part of us, you know what I mean? Make it part of you to have it grow and actually become a business or entrepreneur or whatever you want to do to be the best you. But the last 2 days is basically this. All right, day one. Day one is the mindset that you have when you walk into the opportunity. Okay, so the opportunity can be many of things. Say, let's use the opportunity for myself. So when I was younger, everybody, well, mostly everybody, you go into the first grade, okay? That's day one. Day two is when you graduate the 12th grade. You graduate the 12th grade, and that's day two. So meaning all of those years in between, that's the years that you actually have to grow, learn, take things in, and actually utilize these things whenever you get older and progress in life. Another way of doing that is day one is the mindset you have when you walk into something. You walk into the real estate class with zero mindset of being a realtor. Day two, you walk out of the real estate class with an abundance of knowledge. Okay? All of that knowledge that you have, those of you that are realtors know a lot of that class is a waste of time. But you have all the knowledge if you need it. day one mindset. You feel like you can't do this. You feel like this isn't for you, but you never really took the chance to listen to what was being said. You never took the chance to actually act on the abilities that the teacher was giving. You took the test, you paid the money, you did all the things, you went through the overviews, you went through all of those days, but never stepped up to the plate to become a realtor. And it's not an easy task. It takes a long time, all right? It takes a lot of work, blood, sweat, and tears. And a lot of people aren't willing to do that. This goes into everything. That's why I have this shirt on. Being an entrepreneur is dope, okay? You can literally tell somebody step 1 through 10 of a 10-step process in the individual business. Okay? Step 1 is day 1. Step 10 is day 10. You yourself need to mold yourself and understand you can do anything you want if you want to. That includes being a realtor. Hence why I love to do these YouTube channel tutorials, do the YouTube channel education, motivational things, is because with myself, I came into this game and I wasn't sure what to expect. I was I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just thought real estate was pretty cool. It interests me. When I went to purchase my first house, shout outs to Sherry, because she got me a house and she was freaking super amazing. Still a realtor now, we still communicate, good friend, okay? But I went into the class with the mindset of, I can do it, I guess. Not really sure, but I was open. I was open to whatever happened. Once I stepped into the class, the teacher actually noticed something in me that I didn't notice in myself, and he took a liking to me, Mr. Randy. And I can't even think of his last name because I would love to give Randy a shout out. But Randy took a liking to me. A guy from New York, used to be a lawyer. Now he's out here teaching, and that's what I would love to do. So he took a liking to me, communicated to me a little bit more than he did with the rest of the class. But during that time, after day 1, between day 1 and day 2, that was the 9-day crash course. I did the 9 days. During that time, I took in as much as I could, and I asked him as many questions as I could. And I tried to stump him on whatever I could and understand what he's doing in real estate, while I was sitting here learning vocabulary for the classes, when I was looking at YouTube to learn what is it that people are doing now to grow their business in real estate. Now I'm actually 3 years strong after going through that 9-day crash course, taking all the time it needed in order for me to get my license, and 3 years was in July, and I'm still going strong. Now I'm about to list a home that's $925,000. No, it's not the big old $50 million home, $2 million home, or whatever the case, but you could see that I took day 1 with, hey, I have an open mindset, and then I ended on day 2. And now when I stepped into real estate, day 1, I'm still on day 1, and I'm still on the in-between stages of learning. So always want to progress each day, each minute, each year. Ask questions, do whatever you can to further yourself in whatever career that you do, okay? And I hope this finds you well during this season of a pandemic and whatever may be happening right now, all right? I want you to stay positive. I want you to stay motivated and continue to push. Never, ever stop, okay? If something doesn't work, it's fine. Maybe you need to go back to day 1 to start back over, because at day 1, through the time to day 2, you didn't understand. Now, let me give you the example that the young fella gave in there, and I wish I knew his name, but again, the link is going to be down below. But the young fella said, people go into prison day 1 with the mindset of, I'll hurt anybody in here. They leave day 2 with the mindset of, I'll hurt anybody out here. Now, if you went to prison, the whole objective of prison is to reform an individual, is to put you in there for a crime or an activity that you did that is against the law, all right? So you go in there, you take whatever you can. There's educational systems, there's people to talk to. You can learn just from somebody sitting next to you in your cell. Ask the questions. Maybe that's not the right person, but maybe you can educate him to be better at day 2. So when you step out of prison, after all of the educational things, learning and flipping your mindset, day 2, you step out and you become an entrepreneur. So hopefully this is something that will help you. If you like this video, help me out by liking the video, subscribe, and then go and support my man David Never Sleeps, all right? Because being an entrepreneur is dope.